So this week was meant to be about social change. And social change entails stuff like conflict theory, revolutionary movements, reactionary movements, that kind of stuff. A little heavy, to say the least. And I think that maybe being heavy this week is not what people really need. And so I've moved the schedule around. I'm going to title this like episode 6, because this is meant to be the content of episode 6. But anyway, that'll be fun for people to figure out when they see that episode 6 was uploaded before episode 5. But anyway, sociological imagination is what I'll be doing in this episode instead, because that's much more lighthearted and honestly maybe quite useful for stuff that's happening around about now. Who knows? Well, I do, and I think it would be a little useful. More useful than looking at the social change stuff and getting all like heavy and sad, because we don't need that right now. Anyway, what is sociological imagination? Well, in my intro to sociology class, they brought this in very early. They were like, "Oh, you got to start thinking sociologically," right? And I put it at the end because I disagree with introducing it right at the start because, well, you kind of need a little bit of theory to actually apply sociological thinking to society, right? I think that you need to get a bit of an overview of how society works in order to know the questions to ask about society, right? So, with the sociological imagination, it's essentially the idea of getting your brain in the right headspace, right? In the right space of what questions should I be asking about this given social phenomena and how should I be unpacking it, right? And so you can start off by asking, okay, who's involved? That's the simplest question of all. Looking at what's, happening with these people and defining who are these people, right? So the next step then is to look at, okay, how are they interacting, right? What is the social part of this social phenomena? And so you can start asking questions of like, okay, what type of communication are they using? What type of movement is this if it's a movement, or like what organizational structure is this? Is it an institution? Is it a developing institution even? And what is its functionality, right? How is it achieving something? What is the implicit goal? Because often social things, right? They don't really explicitly say this is why we are doing social thing. And so you can analyze these things by knowing the right questions to ask, right? And knowing the theory of so many different things, right? But the point is, sociological imagination is all about thinking with a sociological lens, looking at society with your magnifying glass, being like, all right, what's going on here? And unpacking it all. Anyway, I'll be back at some point soon with another episode to wrap up this intro series, episode 5, even though this is episode 6. And yeah, hopefully you can apply sociology to your everyday life and to things that you find important, like gender for me. Um, and until next time, keep thinking sociologically. Bye bye.